Hello, welcome to day 13 of my 28-day Simply Raw Detox Blog. Amy Whitney here today to say, first of all, sorry I didn't check in on day 12. It's been a madhouse around here. My husband works for Strawbag and they've just done the tunnel boring machine. It's the largest hard rock tunnel boring machine in the world. Has just come out the other side. They've created the tunnel, so it's been big party time. Lots of functions out at the Crown Plaza last night, big outdoor party today. So it's been such a great time, and it's really solidified for me my dedication to the program, because there's alcohol everywhere. Not that I drink anyways, but all kinds of yummy nibblies, which I do enjoy, and I had absolutely no desire for them whatsoever. So I cruised through all the functions. I only had probably 4 or 5 hours sleep last night, and I was functioning pretty well today. So all positive, definitely. And it's such a fun time, and it's so beautiful outside. So I'm cruising through really, really well. Now, I received an interesting email today from a viewer asking why someone like me, whereas I think what they were getting at was that I'm not coming off a standard American diet. Why am I having such a shift with the clarity? Why is it so dramatic for me? Maybe you might expect somebody coming off eating McDonald's 3 times a day, they would have like a really big shift, but someone coming off a vegetarian diet, non-drinker, non-smoker, what's the big deal there? And I think with answering that, I think the coffee had a major impact on me, and I mentioned it briefly, possibly a few times on my website, but I have food allergies, and I think when people think of food allergies, they think of rashes, diarrhea, stomach pains, that sort of thing. A food allergy, it's an overreaction of the immune system, and it can affect any cell in your body, anywhere in your body. And so a lot of people don't realize that mental fogginess, forgetfulness, actually depression, any sort of mental issue can also be a result of food allergies. It's, I think, overlooked. When I first moved back to Canada 3 years ago, and my daughter Ariel, she was about, 9 months old, and I was really exhausted. And part of the reason we were moving back to Canada was to be around family. Dave and I have both been through some health issues, and we just wanted to spend time on a family farm, just regroup. And I was at a point, I didn't know what was going on, right? My daughter got up every 2 hours to breastfeed, so it was 9 months after doing that, but there was something not right with me, to the point where when I returned to Canada, I didn't drive in Australia, but we lived in the country when we returned to Canada, and so I needed to drive a car, and I knew I had to go see a professional when I wasn't able to drive properly. I was like saying to my husband, I'm not safe behind the wheel, and I'm not able to drive. And I go to Dr. Sean Armstrong, a naturopath, and I say, I think I'm dying. I'm crying, I think I have a brain tumor. I have something really wrong with me. I'll be mid-sentence and I will forget completely what I'm speaking about. If I have to introduce people I know, really well, like family members, as soon as I go to say their name's gone out of my head, just complete, like the sharpness, the clarity of thought, it was gone. And that can be a sign of course, sleep deprivation, which I would have been suffering. But Dr. Armstrong did a blood allergy test for me, and wheat, gluten, dairy, sugar came back as I was very allergic to. And so immediately I stopped those foods, and my life changed. My life changed so much that it motivated me to start the website that I have now, because within a week I was a completely new person. My brain was switched on. I was clear, I was conscious, I was creative again. It had been years since I was creative. I had my opinions back, and I was seriously like a new person. And the transformation was such an impact on me that I wanted to do something that might help other people out there. And like, so not just focusing on allergies, I wanted to interview people that had stories of transformation or inspiration that could hopefully help others, because I had spent a good portion of my adult life being affected by these food allergies, and it progressively got worse. But I had lost so much of my life to a fog that if I would have known to, or thought, or even if it would have crossed my mind to test for allergies, I mean, God knows how things would have changed. So to the viewer who was saying to me, why someone like you, why are you having such a moment of clarity? It's because I was nibbling on, my daughter's pizza, like I said, wheat and dairy, eating junk food, vegetarian, which a lot of that has wheat and dairy in it. And it sounds crazy because I've just told you what I came from and what I went through, but yet I went back to it. And I can't answer why I went down that road again. I haven't actually asked myself that question, so I won't ask it on camera. I won't ponder out loud to you here, but if I come up with that, I'll be sure to post about it. So I get really, really sick from eating certain foods, and like foggy brain sick. I remember studying years ago and reading a statistic, so don't quote me on this, and it's from the 90s, so maybe it's changed, but gluten sensitivity is massively high in schizophrenics, and an indicated treatment for schizophrenia is to remove wheat and gluten. So it's I'm just stating that as to highlight the fact that I don't think people are fully conscious or aware or even consider food allergies when they have random sort of symptoms that they feel sick or unwell or not 100%. They go to the doctor runs a blood test, is your iron low type test, and gets told there's nothing wrong with you, clinically you're fine. Well, clinically a lot of people aren't fine, they just haven't had the right investigation done. So it changed my life to have that done, and the reason why I'm noticing such an energy shift and a clarity shift is because food I'm allergic to is no longer in my diet, and it changes my life. So there's so much information out there. There's so many practitioners that you can contact about this. If you have random vague symptoms that aren't being diagnosed, why not lash out and get some allergy tests done? Now, I'm not a registered doctor or anything like that, so I'm just telling you my experience. But what harm is there for having a test if you are suffering with, like I said, random obscure type symptoms? So that's my little blog or rant, whatever you want to call it. I'm so passionate about it because it's changed my life. So hopefully by me sharing that little tidbit, it might touch someone else or maybe help someone else. So lucky 13, day 13, Friday the 13th, and I'm cruising along, going well, going strong. Been doing heaps of socializing, and hopefully I'll get an early night tonight. It's 9 o'clock now, so there's still hope. All right, guys, peace and love to y'all.